tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
And to gain further support, join my channel membership. Hey everyone, I am Marlene and I am the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I speak on positivity, um, inspiration, mindset shifting. So you're welcome to this channel if you are new. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like, and as always, the replay gang, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. So welcome in everybody. How are you doing? Happy Thursday to everyone. Have a great dose of positivity for you all today. Today we're going to be talking about, ourself and our overall wellness. And this title, if they don't refill your cup. This is a very important topic because a lot of times we will be the support for other people. We'll be the person to care for them. We'll help to support others' dreams and encourage them and do all of those things. We'll pour out into others. We'll give to others. We'll be supportive of others. But who is supporting you? You. Yes, today, everybody, we're talking about our own self, our own well being, and making sure we're getting the things that we need so that our cup is full on a day to day basis, just living life, stress, your dealings with your immediate circle of people, whether it be your relative, your friends, the workplace. There's always things that deplete us, that take us down just little by little each and every day. And if we don't have things, if we don't have people in our life that pour into us, it's going to drain us and get us to the point where we just can no longer cope and handle life. So this very important topic I wanted to talk about because so many of us are not refilling our cup. All we do is give. All we do is give. All we do is give. And who didn't hear? All we do is give. See, you're so busy giving to others, but are you giving to yourself? That's what this topic is all about today. Making sure that we are giving to ourselves, that we're taking care of ourselves, that we say out of our mouth that we love ourselves. We say, but is it real? Are we really proving it to ourselves? Are our actions backing up what we are saying? See, our actions have to be louder than our words. And we have to make sure that we're restoring all of these 5 points that I'm going to talk about. It's very important for us to refill our cup. So, the question for all of you motivators: do you have people in your life that are refilling your cup? Are they giving you back the things that you need? Today, this topic is for you. If they don't refill your cup, what is it going to do for us? See, we all know that there are many people in our life that will take, ask, want, need. But also, are we asking for the things that we need? And it's not something that is selfish. For a long time, I was thinking that about myself, that if I asked for things, it would make people feel upset. It would make people pull away from me. But the opposite is true. If you have good people in your life that actually do care about you, they will be willing to pour into you. They will be willing to nurture you. They will be willing to feed and pour into you the way that you need. So, we'll be talking about that today, how important it is for us to restore, to refill, and to cultivate that love for ourselves. It's very vital. So, we're talking about if they don't refill your cup, because every single day, everybody starts off their day with 100%. And there's things that happen to us throughout the day that cause our cup to be depleted: stress, lack of sleep, and other things that we're going to talk about today. There's 5 points that we're going to get into, for some reasons why our cup will be depleted, and we really need to look into these things and ask ourselves, why am I not getting my cup refilled every day? So, if you don't have people in your life that refill your cup, we want to take a look at that. Why do I not allow myself to be replenished, to be restored, to be heard? And why am I not asking for the things that I need? And I'll tell you, one of the main reasons why is because a lot of us, we get so used to being the person, the giver, and we feel like something is wrong by taking. We feel like something is wrong by asking for what we want. And that's not true. Asking for the things that we want means that we actually care about ourselves. It means that we have a good amount of self esteem. It means we care about ourselves. It means we care about our overall wellness. It means that we're trying our best to maintain our joy. And that's our personal job, to make sure that we're doing what we need to do. But also, we have to be very careful of what we actually pour ourselves out of, and make sure that we have people in our life, and the people that we are doing things for, that they are restoring and filling up our cup. So, we're going to get into these 5 points, everybody, about if they don't refill your cup. 5 things that each of us needs. Okay. So, let's get started with point number one. If they don't refill your cup, emotional support. So, everybody has emotions. Each and every person has feelings. Every single person, both male and female, we all have emotions. We all have feelings. But are you getting the support that you need? Most of the time, we give others emotional support. You give your children, you give the person you're in a relationship with, siblings, you give emotional support to others. But when you need the emotional support, especially the times where you're going through a lot of difficulty, maybe you're having a bad day, are you getting your cup refilled when you are emotionally spent? When you feel that your emotions are out of control. You can't control it. You're going through so much. We each need emotional support, and we each need to get our cup refilled so that we can get the things that we need. Your emotions matter, motivators. Yes, it does. And we tend to think that emotions is something not very high on the priority list. The emotions can take a back seat. And if we don't check our emotions and getting the emotional support we need, it will start to affect us in the next point that I'm going to talk about. So make sure you're getting that emotional support. How do we do that? We get emotional support by number one, asking for it. You know, um, tell people, I'm having a really hard day today. And this is when you should be having people rallying at you. Is there anything that I can do? How can I assist you? How can I make you feel better? And if you don't have people in your life that will support you when you need them emotionally, we need to look at the reasons why we have these people in our life. Not everybody actually knows how to be an emotional support. So you have to tell each person what you need because it varies from person to person. Every person needs something different every day. Every single person needs the emotional support in different ways. So ask for the things that you want. When you're having a bad day, ask for it. And also make sure that if you're having a bad day, you can't keep all of those emotions inside. You can't always be the person to be the strong one. You can't be the one that's always supporting. Every single human being needs to be supported, and especially they need to get supported emotionally. Okay, let's get into point number two. If they don't refill your cup, each and every single person needs mental support. Mental support, everybody. And I will tell you how important mental support is. When your mental health is on the line, when you're not good here, when you're going through so many things, and I'm going to go into this fully on a topic talking about mental support, I think on the 22nd. Um, this is a very important topic to talk about your mental health. Now, we may be so busy doing life, worrying about so many responsibilities, taking care of our family, taking care of bills, taking care of this, yada, yada, yada. It's a long list when it comes to being an adult. But when it comes to up here, your mental support, are you being supported? Do you get your cup filled back up on a day-to-day basis? Every single day is different. One day you could have a good day and another day you couldn't, or you could be having a bunch of bad days, a bunch of bad weeks, or maybe just it has been a very rough year for you. Make sure that you're finding ways to refill your cup. And especially when it comes to your mental health, this is not something to ignore. It's not something to push aside and just say, it will get better if I just get some sleep. Ignoring a problem, motivators, does not fix it. Each and every one of you motivators, your mental health, your mental support matters. So if you're having a hard time, you're struggling mentally, don't try to cope with it alone. There's many things out there to help us. It's not like how it used to be. There's support hotlines. There's groups that help with your mental health. There's therapists, there's counselors, there's life coaches. And also, don't forget about your trusted friends, but you have to reach out and get the support that you need. It's wonderful to be there and support others in their mental health, but you also cannot sacrifice your mental health helping others. Your mental health matters, motivators. And A lot of times we really don't think about our mental health, and we tell ourselves, I'm okay. And we try to be tough and strong for everybody because we don't want other people to know how we're doing, because you don't want others to know your personal business. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're naturally supposed to take care of ourselves and do what we need to do. But also, every single person is human. We are not robots. We go through storms, we go through struggles, we have difficulties, sadness happens, trauma happens. People are ridiculous sometimes. They do some mean things. We get our feelings hurt. There's breakups, there's letdown, there's disappointments in life, and just our own day to day mental health issues that we have to deal with and cope with from day to day. So, everybody needs some mental support. Make sure you're getting it by asking for the support. And it may not always be the people around you, it may not be your circle to support you mentally. It's not always the people that we think. It's not always the people that we want to support us that can, because sometimes the people that we want the support from, we don't know what they're dealing with. They could be going through their own mental health issues and they need some support themselves. So, not all the time the people that we want to support us can, but we have to find a way to support ourselves mentally. And this is for you, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If you're not okay mentally, don't ignore it. Don't make excuses and say it will get better. Don't discard it. Don't listen to other people when they say you'll be okay. If you know that you're not okay mentally, you need to do something about it and talk to the right people. And I don't just mean just sharing it with anybody, because everybody doesn't deserve to know your precious thoughts that you have in your head. Let's see the comment that I have in the comment section. Hey, Boss Life Online, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much for being here. Got a member and a mod in the house. I hope you're doing well. And to everyone here, if you could please hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, everybody, we're talking about our mental health, right? And our mental health really does matter. And for especially with what we have endured in the past few years and even presently, there's so many things that can get our mental health off track. Life, stress, difficulties, health problems, so much stuff that you have to endure on a day-to-day basis. But if you're not doing okay mentally, it doesn't take anything away from you. It doesn't stop you from being a good person. It means you're a human being, and you just saying, I'm not okay right now. I'm not okay. And it's okay to not be okay mentally. Hey, BMF, how are you doing? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hope you're well. Hey, Sirius, how are you doing? Got a mod in the house. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. How are you doing? Yeah, everybody. I want everybody. For me, I feel like this is such an important message. This touches my heart because I know what it feels like to go through those times where you feel and it's more than just sadness. It's more than just stress. It's more than coping with trauma. It's more than that. It's just sometimes you're just not doing well here. Like mentally, you could be having some crazy thoughts. You're not thinking the way that you should. You're not feeling right. It just feels you're off. You're off. And it takes somebody who is very mature to know themselves and to say, I need to talk to somebody. I need to see a doctor. And this is not medical advice. I'm just sharing some knowledge of the things that has helped me. When I was at that point in my life where I was having these crazy thoughts, these wild thoughts in my head, and I couldn't tell the people around me because they weren't supportive of me. They wouldn't understand me. Actually, they would make fun of me. One of the things that a lot of people don't understand unless they have actually been there, when you're not doing okay mentally, just saying everything will be okay. Maybe you just need to take a day off. Some things is not just that easy. You don't just get over certain things. Sometimes you need to see a doctor, and it's nothing wrong with if it's something that is a very serious thing. Even if it gets into the mental illness aspect, it's nothing wrong with getting some medication, with seeing a doctor, with talking with a therapist. But that mental health support is vital, because when you are not okay mentally, you will not be okay in all aspects of your life. You have to be able to think properly. You have to be able to feel good about yourself. And each and every one of us motivators deserves to feel good about ourselves. So many of us, we pour into so many people. You pour into your loved ones, you pour into this, you pour into that, and you're so giving and you're so kind. But are you giving and kind to yourself? See, when we talk about filling up our cup, it means it's time for us to do a restoration. Maybe for a long time you've been so, gung ho, we just automatically, we're hard working, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we're trying to balance it all. And it just becomes so heavy. The weight, the burden of it all is overwhelming. And to get a breath, to get a breather, right? Just to be able to breathe, we have to talk to someone. Don't try to cope with it all on your own, motivators. I'm doing all right, Marlene. Thanks for asking. How are you? I'm doing well today. Thank you so much, BMF. I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad that you are well. It's not easy. If left untreated, you will spiral out of control. That part, serious. So that's the reason why I wanted to have this conversation, to let everybody know that don't think that you have to handle it all on your own. And I understand that not everybody that you know is going to be supportive. Sometimes our relatives could be the source of why you are having that mental health issue. And you're going to have to separate yourself from those people. Thank you so much, Estad, for that super sticker. I really do appreciate you. Have a great day, busy day at work. Awesome. I hope you have a great day at work. And thank you so much for that super sticker. And I'm going to pause, please, when the super chat hits. Thank you so much, Estad. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Tamika. How are you doing? Mod in the house. Appreciate you being here and your support. I hope you're doing well. That's good. You're doing good, Marlene. You're welcome. I shared you on my community. Thank you so much for the shares, and thank you everybody for the likes. I really do appreciate you all being here for this very important conversation. You know, in speaking about if they don't refill your cup, I mean that every single person who is here now in the live and those who are watching on the replay, we each get 100% every day. And there's so many things that will deplete your cup. until you don't even realize you're at zero motivators. You will be at zero, and sometimes we'll be at zero for a long time, and we'll convince ourselves that we're okay because you have yourself and you have to continue on, right? But when you're not okay mentally, you got to do something about it. I want to encourage anybody who needs some support to seek it. Don't don't pretend, don't hide, don't think that there's nothing that I can do about it. When we're not okay, it's okay to say, I'm not okay right now and I need some support. It's very important to fill up your cup, to think about yourself. This shows how much we love ourselves. Yeah, it's vital, everybody. So when we talk about, this is a very important one, if they don't refill your cup. And when we talk about financial support, most of the time, most of us are financially supporting somebody, whether it be your children, siblings, it could be somebody that a sick loved one. But we usually give and support others financially. But there are times where we get into some difficulty and we need some financial support. Do you have those in your life that will support you financially, that will be there for you, that will fill up your cup? See, I found this for myself. It's very easy for us to be there and support others, but do you get the same back? Are you getting back what you put out? And not all the time we're going to get 100%. That's not what I mean. It just means, do you have those that in your life that will, it doesn't even have to be a lot, but is there somebody who will, if you're struggling maybe to get some groceries, to pay a bill, or maybe you lost your job, maybe you're going through a financial crisis right now, is there somebody that you can lean on that is going to refill your cup so that you don't go into this financial stress? I think it's very important to have these conversations, to know that while we give and you may be handing out the money and supporting other people, you too may be in a predicament from time to time where you need somebody to, now it's your turn for someone to open up their wallet. Maybe it's sometime for you to get cash apped. Maybe it's your time for someone to write you a check. Maybe it's your time for someone to take care of you because while you're going through whatever it is that you're enduring. That's a part of filling up your cup too. Not only giving, but receiving. Yes, motivators, while we give, while we love, while we pour out, we must be poured back into. Make sure that you don't have the people in your life that only take from you. You also have the ones that have no problem saying, hey, do you need something? Can I do something for you? This is where you know that these people really care about you. It's more about the action and less about the words. Make sure you're getting the financial support as well. Hi, Deborah. How are you doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for your support. And if everybody could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. And thank you for coming out the bushes for a moment. I appreciate you. Yeah, everybody. For me, I found it to be so difficult. Oh, just slip down. Hold on a second, guys. I found for myself what was the most difficult for me was is speaking up and saying I was having difficulty. It's very hard to tell other people that you need some financial support because most of the time when you say you need some assistance, people run the other way, and I mean run. There's not ever it's not a lot of people that you can say I'm in need of some help financially. It's only a small, a few, a little small group, a little tiny dot of people that you can actually open up your mouth and say, can you help me, without hearing back from others, without someone making fun of your financial situation. You know it will spread like wildfire through your relatives, through your friends. But if you have good friends, if you have good family, if you have a good circle of people, they should rally behind you and support you in your time of financial need. And if they don't, then you need to separate yourself from those people and stop giving them the same support that you have given them. For me, it was like a lesson that I had to learn for myself, and a very hard lesson. I cried a lot. It really hurt. It hurt me to the core of my heart that I had done so much to help financially this person. And when I got to a point where I was the person needing help, nothing. Actually, this is the time they turned their back on me, because at that time they were starting to do well and they didn't need my help anymore, and I needed them, and they just walked away. It hurt a lot. So we really have to be very careful about how we just openly give money to people, especially our relatives, because they will actually demand you give them money. But when it is your time, are they as free to open up their wallet, their cash app for you? So we have to be refilled as well. Sirius says, I recently cut off a family member financially. They got too comfortable with me assisting them. Just when I said no, they showed how ungrateful they were and had the nerve to say I was being a narc. Wow. Yeah, unfortunately, people show you who they are when you get to be in a situation, or when you just stand up for yourself and you don't allow other people to be a you don't let other people use you as a doormat. Let's not do that. Marlene, what are you doing up at this time of the night? Hey, everybody. It's not night here, I'm saying East Dad. African Dreaming. Right now, it's 3:49 p.m. in the day. Thank you so much for being here, African Dreaming. And I don't know if you saw I tagged you in an upcoming live. I asked um, I asked April if she would send me a message on Instagram. I wanted to do a collab on the upcoming live stream that I'm doing. I think it's the 21st or the 22nd. Um, if you could send me a message on Instagram, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super sticker, African Dreaming. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. And let me remove this. Let me remove this so we can put up our song here when the super chat hits, everybody. Hold, please. Thank you so much, African Dream, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you. So, in talking about this conversation, it, in talking about filling up your cup, when we're adults, it's so hard to have conversations like this, because it's easy to say support others. That's a general thing. We're usually taught to be kind and giving to other people, but it's a whole nother conversation to ask to be given to be seen, to be heard, to be loved, to be supported. And this is, I'm giving you all the encouragement to ask for the things that you want. And this means that you have to be strong. This means that people are going to probably turn their back on you. And that's a good thing. When people leave your life, it's a good thing. You only want the people to stay in your life that actually care about you, the people that actually will be there for you, the people who will actually support you and understand you. You don't need the people who are only out when they have their hand out, wanting something from you, wanting to take something from you, wanting to use you. No, you deserve to have your cup refilled. Refill your cup, everybody. All you motivators, don't be used. Don't be played. Okay? Don't be used. Don't be played. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We are going to ask for the things that we want. We're not going to be used. We're going to have the right people in our life. We're going to get emotionally supported. We're going to get mentally supported. We're going to be financially supported. And this is the fourth point, spiritual support. So I'm not pushing any religious agendas, but whatever is your spiritual awareness, wherever you are in your life, whatever is your belief system and your values, make sure that you have people pouring into you spiritually, whatever that means for you, whether it's meditation, whether it's getting out in nature and having some connection with nature, but make sure you're refilling your spiritual cup as well. Because there's the emotional cup, the mental cup, the financial cup, and now we're talking about the spiritual cup. So it's very important to get in touch with that part of you, however that is for you, so that you can feel centered and balanced. Nobody can do it alone. Everybody needs to get connected however they get connected. So have some people in your life that will connect with you spiritually, with you two. You're on the same vibe, you're on the same wavelength. Okay, you have the same energy towards that. Connect with that. Make sure you are also getting spiritually supported so that you can refill your cup, because a spiritual need is a very important one. Let's see who is in the chat. Let's see who is in the chat. I missed a whole bunch of comments. All love, fam. Well, thank you so much, African Dreaming. I really do appreciate you. Hey, Anne Marie, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Got a mod in the house. African Dreaming. I have already put up I've already scheduled the live, so look at it and leave me a message in IG. And if the time is not right, I can do it earlier if this time is too late for you. Okay, just let me know. Yes, welcome in everybody who is here. I really appreciate you all. Hey, the word member in the house and mod. Really appreciate you all being here. And I wanted to do this topic because I feel like this is such an important conversation to talk about refilling your cup and taking care of you. Taking care of you. It's always, I found that people love to ask for help, ask for help, ask for help. Want, give me, give me, give me, and taking, taking, taking. And while it is nice to be there, support people, be kind, do kind deeds, we also deserve to get kind deeds. We also deserve to be supported mentally. We all deserve to be supported emotionally. We all deserve to be supported spiritually. We all deserve to be supported. Very important. Very important. Yes, Anne Marie, balance. Life is about balance. We can't be all about giving. We can't be all about giving. While it's important to give, but we also don't want to be so gullible that we become a doormat and we let everybody would be the yes person. That's not a good position to be in. That's not a good place to be in, to be the one that's always the yes. Everything is yes, yes, yes. If we are always saying yes to them, when do we say yes to ourselves? And I mean everything in balance, everything in balance. I mean, when it comes to your children, the person you're in a relationship with, your job, even yourself, making sure you're taking care of you, because it's about your overall wellness. So I'm talking about all of these points, it's so important to have that balance in life. Life is difficult, life is stressful. And if you don't set some boundaries in your life and realize when, I'm not doing too good right now mentally. I'm not doing too good right now financially. I'm not doing too good right now emotionally. It's nothing wrong with allowing another person to fill up your cup. And I can say for myself, I'm a very stubborn person, because people will reach out to me and say, "Hey, do you need something?" And I always be, "No, no, no, I'm not. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm good." And I understand that it's not everybody that you reach out to and ask for help. I mean the right people. I mean the people who actually care about you, the people who are understanding of you, the ones that listen to you, the ones that will constantly check on you, the ones that care about you and are not using you. Those are the ones that you reach out to. Those are the ones you talk to. Those are the ones that you need in your life. Allow people to fill your cup up. Allow people to be there for you. Allow people to support you. Nobody can do it alone. And if you do, it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for burnout. For myself, especially with what we just endured going through this pandemic, to just go, go, go and work, 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 and constantly working, constantly go, go. We have to learn to sit down. And I have to tell myself that too. So I'm telling you too. Sometimes you got to take that time and say, sit down, self. Take a few days off work, self. Stay in the bed today, self. You have to refill your cup, because if you're not okay, how can you be there for others? And we have to stop pouring out into others when we're at zero. See, what I learned when I was going through therapy is the most important way that we give to others, you give to people in your overflow. And if you're not giving in your overflow, if you only have 100%, and then you start giving, and everybody is taking, but nobody is pouring back into you, you're going to be right back at zero. And that's why you'll be snapping off on people, snapping off, getting upset, and we get upset at the wrong people. We take out our stress on the wrong people when we should be saying, no, I can't do that. Learning to say no, learning to be balanced, setting boundaries is all so important. Let me go back to the chat because I know I missed a lot. How's it been going, Marlene? I just had to go do a couple of things. You already shared on my community. Showed you a little while ago. I'm doing awesome, BMF. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking. I really appreciate you. Hey, OG, how are you doing? Welcome in. Yes, serious. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Puzzle Pieces. How are you doing? Member in the house. I really appreciate it. Yes, I have to. I have to. And it's something that my spirit was telling me that I need to talk about this, because I know that a lot of you motivators are just like me. We give. You have no problem giving to others, but it takes a very mature person to say, I need. Can you listen to me? Sometimes you just need somebody to vent to on the phone. Sometimes you need somebody in person to actually lean on. Sometimes you need a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes you need someone to just say, cover me. And for me, cover me in faith. Because sometimes my faith will be so broken and diminished that I need somebody to restore it back inside of me. Sometimes I have somebody that I need to just meditate with me, just get out. Somebody that I can meditate with, just get out in nature and enjoy. And then that's how I pour back into myself as well. But whatever it takes for you, whatever it is that you need, you have to replenish. You got to plug yourself back into the power source. And if you are not pouring back into yourself, there's nobody who's going to stand up and say, oh, yeah, hey, Marlene, have you been poured into? No, that's something that we have to do for ourselves as mature people. We can say it all day long how much we love ourselves, but you don't really love yourself if you can't have these important conversations. Saying no, setting boundaries, take your vacation, asking for help, learning. I've been down for a little bit longer than I should. I think I need to talk to somebody. That's maturity. It doesn't mean you're weak. It means how strong you are because you know your limits. Okay? Wisdom, motivators, wisdom. Let's be wise. Yes, serious. And it's not a good thing. And we have to start learning to ask for the things that we want so we can have what we want. That's not selfish. For a long time, my whole life, I was always raised to be a good woman, especially being a woman of faith, that's what you do. You give, you give, you give, you help. But if you're always giving, then you're at zero. How can I give when I'm at zero? You can't. You're going to be angry. You're going to be stressed out. You'll have a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual breakdown. And your breakdown may be permanent. There are so many times that our breakdown will be so like you'll come completely unglued that you will just be taken out of this life. Unfortunately, some people get to that level of sadness and darkness that they keep all of that inside. And I know what that feels like. I've been to those dark places. So I'm telling you, don't let yourself get to so low that you can't come back from it. Ask for help, motivators. And I'm saying it from a place of love and a place from I understand. I know what that feels like. So don't think that you have to endure alone. Marlene, my life is stressful daily um, because I have a medical problem, which is seizures. I can't do the type of things I would love. Can't even get my driver's license. Well, you know what, BMF? One of the beautiful things that I got out of therapy that really encouraged me is I had an amazing mentor, one of the best friends that I could ever have, rest her soul. She taught me that we have to focus ourselves on the things that we can do. See, a lot of times we get our minds so bombarded and weighed down on what we can't do that's the only thing that we focus our mind on, and that's why we feel negative, we feel sad. But it's a choice every day, motivators. Every day you have the choice to focus on what can I do? What am I about? What things do I have? What can I be grateful for? See? You see how your energy went up? You see how your vibration can go up? But it's our choice. We have to personally choose me. And the same thing for you, BMF. I hope you will think about that when you're in your quiet time meditating. What do I have? What can I do? Who do I give and pour into? Who am I necessary to? That's your gift. That's your blessing. That's all. That's the blessing. Yes. That's the blessing. Yeah. Let me put the link in here again for Nexi. And a lot of times we don't think about our gifts and our blessings when we're going through a lot. We feel like we don't have anything good happening to us in our life, and that couldn't be furthest from the truth. It's the biggest lie out there. It is one of the biggest lies. People want to kick you when you're down. They want to make you feel sad when you're down. This is when the haters come. This is when the negativity. This is when you will lose your employment. This is when you'll have health problems. This is when the person when you're in a relationship with will bring up everything negative about you. Everything will bombard you all at once and come crashing down on you. But you got to understand this is your time when you have to ask for help. Just as you pour out, somebody's got to pour into me. And I always say it's time to pour. It's pouring day. Ask for what you need, motivators. Ask for what you need. Don't be afraid. And I don't mean anybody, any fool. Well, we're not talking about the people who are negative and would they're going to say no, or they're going to backstab you. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about your family, the people who care about you, the people who care about your emotional, mental, physical, spiritual health, the ones that care about you as an individual, as a human being, that care about how full you are. And I'm so grateful that I have a circle of people who care about, like, they ask me, what are you on 100 today? One of the best gifts, to have people in your life that ask you where you are today. And if you don't have it, you can always reach out and find people. See, a lot of times we're holding on to the people who don't care about us, that we can't make room for the people who will. You're holding on to all of these negative people, all these dark people, evil people, backstabbing people, conniving, drama filled, that you can't make room for the people who would support you and pour into you and love you and give you what you need and what you deserve. So, my suggestion is I had to learn to stop settling. I had to learn to stop picking up other people's junk. I had to learn to stop pouring out into people who would never pour back into me. I had to say, Marlene, stop that. Don't do that. Don't support them, because they don't support you. They don't love you. They don't understand you. They don't care about your mental health. They will not support you spiritually. They are not going to give you what you need. See, if somebody is not willing to pour back into you and fill up your cup, you should not be pouring into theirs. It's vital, and it's a life lesson, and you don't get it until you get it. We don't get things until we get it, until you get into that space, that mode, and get into that mature space, that you can actually understand that not everybody is meant to be there for us. Okay, now let's get to the fifth and the last point, everybody. If they don't refill your cup, sometimes there are times where we need actual physical support. Um, you never know when you can get a physical, a health problem. We never know. At any time, anything can happen to any one of us. And these are the times where you definitely need someone to support you. You may not be able to do what you were able to do before. Reach out, ask for help. A closed mouth does not get fed. And also, there are agencies out there that will support you. Ask for it. It's there. And a lot of times the ego gets in the way. The ego. Oh, I don't need nobody's help. I'm good over here. But are you really? A lot of times we're not okay up here. Our spirit is not okay. Even sometimes our soul will be sick. Oh, don't get me started. Our soul will be sick. But are we asking for what we need? Are we asking for what we need to get our cup refilled, restored, so that we can be operating on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders, so our energy will be high, so our vibes will be bright? Are we? And if you're not, why not? Ask for what you want. Ask for what you need. Ask for what you deserve. Hey, Realist One, shout out to you. Mod in the house. Really appreciate you being here. How are you doing? It's important. It's important to ask for that spiritual support. And I know for a long time, myself, I didn't ask for what I needed spiritually. I didn't ask what I needed for financially. And we should. We should ask for the things that we need. It's so important for us to do that for ourselves. It shows how much we respect ourselves. It shows how much we love ourselves. And we have to go after the things that we need. And you can't let anybody else tell you what you need. You cannot, listen, you cannot let another person tell you what you are going through. People love to try to control you. You hear me? People love to try to control you and tell you how your life is. Like they're in your shoes. Like they know how you're feeling. Like they know your health problem. Like they know your financial situation. Like they are dealing with your mental health issues, your mental crisis. Okay? Listen, realists, they're not ready for this message. They're not ready. They're not ready. Hey, Scully, how are you doing? Welcome. Great to see you live too. Thank you for coming into the live. Really appreciate your support. See, people don't know. People will say all the time, it's so easy for people to say out of their mouth all the time, I'm here for you if you need me. If you need me, call me. And when you actually do get up the nerve, because it does take a lot of you getting up and pulling down from your gut to say, oh, I can't do this anymore. I need to ask for help. And when you actually do ask for the help and then they reject you or they dismiss you, I'm busy, I'm tired, I can't today, maybe next week. It hurts. So you mark those people. You say, okay, that the next time they are asking for help, remember. So we have to learn. Sometimes it's a lesson. We go through certain things in our life, finding out that not everybody that we care about, not everybody that we pour into, pours back into us. We must learn to have the type of conversations to say, I care about myself. I love myself. I know about boundaries. I know the importance of cutting certain people off. I know when I need to say no. I know when I need to say yes to me. We have to say yes to ourselves in order to feel good about ourselves. And there's no explanation necessary. If you need some support, if you need some help, if you're not okay, there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not okay right now. I'm going through a lot. I'm going through some difficulties. I'm struggling right now. And I need to have my cup refilled. So, whatever that means, sometimes that just means getting off grid, right? Get off grid and turning off all your devices, tablet, staying away from social media, taking a social media break, taking some time off work, take a vacation, cutting ourselves off from toxic people. There's a lot of things that goes into why our cup can be depleted. Maybe you're not speaking up. We have to open up our mouth and say, no, I'm not going to do that for you. No, I will no longer enable you. No, I'm not going to give you any money. No, I'm not doing that. But also, it means learning to speak up when we need help, especially when it's something going on with us mentally. If you are mentally not okay, that is not something to ignore. It's not. It's not something to ignore, okay? And I want you all to really pay attention to that. Don't ignore, don't think by ignoring it's going to go away. Especially if that mental health issue is coming with you feeling like I don't want to be here anymore. That's more. That's more than just I'm tired. It means that you need to talk to somebody. It's so important to do that. So I feel like this has been an amazing discussion, and I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for coming to today's topic. And I want you all to think about yourself. And a lot of times we don't give to ourselves the way that we need. We don't take care of ourselves the way we need to. And I mean your self care, your overall wellness, making sure you're getting rest, learning to say no to toxic people, keeping them out of your circle, stop telling them your business, and also not saying yes to every single one of the engagements that you're invited to. Just because you get an invite to things doesn't mean you should go to it. Not everything is meant to be for us. Not all people is meant to be for us, okay? Love yourself enough to know the difference. Just because people say with their mouth that they love you and they care for you, but if they're not proving it, are they proving it to you by their actions? I will prove that I care about you. I will prove that I'm here for you. I will prove that I support you. Okay? Know the difference, motivators. Don't be played. Don't be used. Don't be manipulated. You deserve so much more. You deserve so much better. And let's not settle. Let's pour into ourselves. Let's love ourselves. Let's learn to be more patient. Take breaks. Be understanding. Know that it's okay if you need to shed some tears, if you need to take a vacation, if you need to sleep in, it's okay. And you don't have to justify it to anybody else. It's about you. It's about me. What do I need to be okay? Just because one person deals with something a certain way, it doesn't mean that you do. You got to know the difference. No two people are alike. I'm me and you're you. Learn to know your limits, know your boundaries and what you need. Remember to plug yourself in, recharge your power, fill up your cup, love yourself. Say no to the things that you need to say no to because you are somebody. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, and I thank you so much for tuning into this dose of positivity. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And remember, fill up your cup and make sure the people in your life are pouring back into you. Thank you all so much. And I will see you guys on the next dose of positivity tomorrow, Friday, where we're going to have another amazing topic. And members, I will see you over in the members only. I appreciate each and every one of you. Bye-bye, guys.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me. I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, hey, yeah.